Tomorrow When the War Began by John Marston is a book full of action and adventure that any teenager is sure to love. The story is set in the town of Wirree. 7 high school friends set out to spend 5 days in the bush on an adventure before school begins. While they are away, the town is to celebrate Commemoration Day. They travel through a densely overgrown area.
Hold on, be strong. Things will be just like they used to be. Where we belong in the time that was before. Just in a moment, life flashed before our eyes, and in that moment, innocence was drawn from beneath our feet. I'll be yours forever after. Hold on, be strong. Things will be just like they used to be.
And end up finding a clearing far from civilization, where they set up camp. After a long but fun 5 days, they head back to Wirree. While on their adventure, they had no idea what was happening back at home. They had no idea their country had been invaded and their families held captive. Their first stop is at Ellie's home, where they soon discover that things are not as they should be. Ellie's dogs are dead and no one is at home. They begin to wonder what has happened. They go on to Homer's house and find a similar situation. It doesn't take long for them to figure out that their country has been invaded and their families are being held captive at the showgrounds. After checking out a few more houses, they decide to split up and try to learn more about what has happened. The group decides that Ellie, Kevin, and Corey should sneak to the showgrounds to see if they can find out what has happened to their families. They realize their families are okay, but as they leave the showgrounds, soldiers chase them into the backyard. They are trapped. Ellie later thinks back on this moment and says, "That was the first moment at which I started to realize what true courage was. Up until then, everything had been unreal. A night stalking game at a school camp. To come out of the darkness now would be to show courage of a type that I never had to show before. Never even now I had to search my own mind and body to find if there was a new part of me somewhere. I felt there was a spirit in me that could do this thing, but it was a spirit I hadn't known about. If I could only find it, I would connect with it, and then maybe, just maybe, I could start to defrost the fear that had frozen my body." Ellie is able to not only defrost the fear, but she comes up with a plan to blow up a lawnmower and save her and her friends.
I'll be yours forever after. Hold on, be strong. Things will be just like they used to be.
What will happen next? Are these kids brave enough to survive? What will happen to them? Will they get caught? Will they return to their hideout? Will they be killed? Read the book to find out what happens next.
Away from all the things we see.